What's up, guys? It's Will here back again, and I'm coming at you from an Airbnb in San Diego, California. First time in California, so I'm pretty excited. But there are some really cool announcements that Hot Toys revealed at ACGHK. So I do want to go over those real quick before I hit San Diego Comic-Con today. So guys, make sure to like the video if you enjoy this content. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing here, and click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time news in 1/6 scale goes live on the channel. Let's start. We have an Artisan Iron Spider here. This is the Hot Toys Tom Holland Iron Spider that was announced not too long ago, and now we have a better look at it. I gotta say, I think the rooted hair looks absolutely awesome. Looking at the close-up here, I think the styling is even good. You could probably even do it a little bit better, but again, this is a battle damage head sculpt, so has a little bit of blood, dirt effects, stuff like that, and the hair is supposed to look a little sort of beat up and all over the place because, you know, he's been fighting Thanos and his army. So, and of course we got Black Widow here. This is a better look at the Artisan Black Widow from Iron Man 2 that just got announced. So the hair actually looks pretty good here. Sideshow does have a little bit of a reputation, unfortunately, about styling, and I honestly, maybe I do too. Like, it's just a lot of people that do reviews, styling can be a little difficult. We're not hairstylists, so some people are really good at it. Most collectors aren't. So I still think this looks really great. I think, again, this is probably what you're going to get out of the box. So I think minimal styling is probably going to be necessary, but you are going to have to do just a little bit. So to get it to your liking. Everyone has different preferences, but that's the great thing I always say about rooted hair. Rooted hair, it's customizable. You can move it around. You can style it to your liking. So if you don't like what I did or what someone else did, you can fix yours to how you want it. So it's not sculpted, it's not locked into place. This looks great. Of course, it got an eye, looking up here, sort of looking mischievous with Black Widow there. But I actually think this head sculpt is clearly the best Black Widow head sculpt they've ever made. And a lot of people are very excited for this. This one's actually going for pre-order. I put it on my community tab when the time is and the date. So that's on there. Check the community tab for updates. There's an RSVP link for you. The hair looks great. Head sculpt's great. Outfit looks great. I'm happy with it. So this is Thirst Trap Wolverine. This was announced yesterday when I was flying to San Diego. I'm a little bit surprised by this one. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. The body and the proportions are just awesome. The overall seamless upper torso is just really good. Hot Toys is absolutely flexing here. And we kind of figured this might be a deep line, right? We knew that Hot Toys was going to go in here on Deadpool because they project this to be a very big film. I've said from the beginning, I think it's going to be $1 billion film, which in today's box office is very, very good. So, this looks great. The ab definition looks great. The battle damage, of course. And then, this is the jacket version, so to speak. But it's the same head sculpt. It's Hugh Jackman. And it looks great. The seamless upper body, you got to be careful with it, not to tear it. So you don't want to put him in anything too crazy long-term. I probably wouldn't leave him in this pose long-term, unfortunately. But that is just the limitations of the material being used. Still, I think it looks great. I'm happy with it. I'm probably not going to get it. I'm just going to get the regular Wolverine. But I want to see the film. You might end up wanting it. So who knows? So this is Iron Man Mark 42, the 2.0 that was just announced recently. You can see the battle damage effects, and the head sculpt actually looks a bit better in person. In the blogger photos, I was kind of like, I'm not really feeling that head sculpt. But, now that we, have seen it a little bit more in person with these pics, I'm feeling it a little bit more. I actually am one of the people who really likes this suit. This is probably not going to be one I pick up because I don't find it to be an iconic suit, but I love the aesthetics of it. I like the red and gold. I'm not a big fan of like the Mark 45 and some others like that, but the Mark 42, I like the gold and red color combination, so I'm about it. So let me know your thoughts, though. Darth Vader, this is our battle damage new Darth Vader. Apparently, everyone has been informing it's from Force Unleashed. I did play the first Force Unleashed, so I haven't played the second one yet, so I may not be as privy to that, knowledgeable on that, but I will say this looks great. You can see the cybernetic leg there. The base is adjustable with the crotch grabber. You got LED components. You got a cape that's actually sculpted. You do get a regular wired cape as well, like a fabric one, but you are going to get a sculpted one that you can adjust if you'd like as well. This looks fantastic. This looks like the Kenobi head sculpt they put on here, but the cybernetic parts look great. The battle damage and, of course, the skin texture all looks really good. You see the burn effects. This looks like, again, the Kenobi battle damage chest plate, so you have that going on. And of course, you got, again, cybernetic parts. I think you got to be really careful not to break this guy. So on the very left here, that head sculpt is the exclusive version. So you're actually going to get an exclusive head sculpt if you order from Sideshow or somewhere else that has a special edition. To me, that's not super important because you get the regular helmet and you get the Kenobi head sculpt. So this one could be cool if you really want that third one. I don't know if it's absolutely essential for me. I don't think I'm going to pick up this figure anyway, probably. As of now, I'm not. I'm planning to just keep my Kenobi version. I like that one a little bit more. But, I think there are a lot of people that really love this new version. So I'm happy for you guys. And you got options, right? So what we got here, we got a Artisan Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Of course, this caused a huge bombshell in the community just because of the in-art thing. which maybe we can ask them about tomorrow when we're at the event. So we can talk about that. Joaquin Phoenix here, I think it looks great. In person, again, I think these look great. Sometimes with these high def photos, again, I've taken a bunch of these. They don't look as good because like the detail is almost too good. It's almost too real. And it's not how you're really viewing it in person. So I think in these photos, seeing it in person, like under normal lighting, not so much like professional lighting, so to speak, I think it looks better. Proportions look good. Even the pose looks good. Head sculpt looks good. So yeah, I still do prefer the in art. I'm just going to be real about that, but I do think this is great. And if you just wanted the red suit Joker, great option here. You have a fantastic alternative to in art. You don't have to pay $1,100 to $1,200 or $1,700 for the 4-pack. You can just get the one you really want. So I'm glad that Hot Toys is giving collectors options. But again, if you're a huge fan of the film, you like the in art one a little bit more, you got plenty of options. Here's the sculpted version. Also a great offering. Really good head sculpt. Honestly, better than I thought it was when I originally looked at it. Still not perfect. Still could use a little bit of improvement. Tailoring to me could still use a little bit of improvement as well. But I like it. I think this is good. I'm happy with it. And that pose right there from that angle looks great. I mean, no one's going to walk in and be like, oh, that doesn't look like Joaquin Phoenix. They're going to be like, that looks so real, dude. Looks so real. Okay, let's get to the real stars of the show here. This is a Chewbacca figure. So Chewbacca figure, I'm not sure if this is going to be Return of the Jedi or not. This is an announced Chewbacca figure. It hasn't been put up for pre-order yet, but I'm assuming it will be soon. We have long waited a new Chewbacca figure, and now we finally have one. And this is the one that I'm going to grab for sure. This looks absolutely phenomenal. I think the hair on it looks great. I think it's actually been styled pretty well. It's not too crazy looking. And you can even see the guy in the back, which we'll talk about. But this Chewbacca looks absolutely awesome. I'm assuming, like, again, it's Return of the Jedi, but I don't know. You guys may have to correct me. But it looks great. I've been looking for a Chewbacca again. I had the A New Hope one for a while. Someone gave me a really good offer for it. So I was like, I'll wait for another one. It looks great. I'm picking it up. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I love the bandolier. That looks great with the bag. And it is Return of the Jedi. Yeah, because he's got C-3PO on the back. Sorry, yeah, it's still early. So Return of the Jedi. So I think I'm pretty excited about that. Jar Jar Binks. This is awesome, guys. No one knew whether this was going to happen, but we all speculated for a long time. And they were like, what's the one character that they've never made that would secretly be a sleeper hit? And I think this is it, right? You're thinking, what is the one character that people say they don't want, but I think they do actually want? And I think it's Jar Jar Binks. This figure is great, dude. It's so good. I'm going to be picking this up. I think you got to have a Jar Jar if you're a prequels fan. I mean, you know, you do you. If you don't feel like you need it, I mean, it's your thing. But I got to say, the only thing that bothers me is the hand seam. But how do you really fix that? I mean, you can't really. So it is what it is. I think it can blend in pretty nicely. We'll make it work. But the overall neck piece connecting to the torso there without any seam whatsoever, from what I can see, it looks great. I don't know if there's a seam up there on the upper left. I can't really tell. It looks like it has movable eyes to me. I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell. Movable eyes on this figure is going to be pretty awesome. But I can only imagine the innovation that are required to sort of build a head sculpt like this. It's really cool. It's really cool. So we got another clone here. This is which one is this? This is Clone Trooper Hardcast. I don't think I've heard of him before. So again, my Clone Trooper knowledge always is lacking, and people give me so much shit for it. So sometimes I miss that stuff. We have a Michael Keaton Batman, it looks like to me. Or sorry, that's Michael Keaton, right? Or Val Kilmer. I don't know. It's one of those two. I think it might be Val Kilmer. I don't know. Again, with Batmans like that, Christian Bale is my guy. Of course, I know Pattinson, but with those Batmans, like, they're not super important to me. But Jungle Predator here. This is actually one that I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, it's like people were commenting it's Wolf Predator. And I was like, okay, it's Wolf Predator, but it's the OG Jungle Predator from the first Predator film. It looks like a reissue from what I've been told. I don't know if it's going to be a remake where they're going to dial in some of the, maybe things that could have been improved from prior. I never owned this figure. I'm a Feral Predator guy. I'm getting Feral Predator, and it's one of my most anticipated, if not the most. Certainly Bane is up there, and of course some in-art figures up there for sure. But yeah, I'm super excited about this and super jazzed that people are getting another chance at this OG Predator that everyone wanted. Diorama base looks awesome. Love the sort of jungle effects there. If only we could get an Arnold, then that'd be the day. Oh, we do get an Arnold, but not for Predator. So this is the Battle Damage DX13 Terminator, which I have. You have an updated base here with sort of the factory background, right? This is pretty cool. I love this figure. This 1000% looks like a reissue to me. I don't really see an improved head sculpt. They could have maybe added genuine real leather here and maybe fix the belt, because the belt always wants to flake, whether you want it to or not, unfortunately. But I love that they've added a new base. I do, however, wish they gave us a new head sculpt. This one is a little bit dated looking, and I do think that it was time probably for an update. Nonetheless, I'm happy that we're getting it. I mean, I have the original version, but I'm probably going to pick this one up and then, go ahead and move the old one on. once the new one drops. Even though it's a reissue, if there's upgraded pleather and a new base and stuff, I'll probably get a new one just because. But I love this Arnold figure. I can't wait to get it in hand. Again, I do wish there was a 2.0. I mean, a 2.0, like an updated, improved version. So, what are you going to do, right? I think most collectors would still rather have it than not. But in an ideal world, I think we would have rather seen an updated version. So, guys, that's all the ACGHK reveals that we've seen for now. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, I'm going to be shooting a bunch of photos and video from San Diego Comic-Con. So I'll probably do a video on that at some point. Beyond that, the in-art event is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific time. So 10 p.m. Eastern. And I maybe go live on Instagram, like I said, will.foxification. So make sure to follow me there and subscribe here, of course. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If I missed anything, my apologies. I'm a bit jet lagged, so my brain is not fully functioning. Again, I'm 3 hours from where I should be in Maryland. So, we were, setting a bunch of stuff up today. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. San Diego Comic-Con, if you ever get a chance to go out there, definitely recommend it. Make sure to say hello to me if you see me out there in the next couple of days. I'm there today and Friday. So make sure to say something. Make sure to say hello. Anyway, guys, peace out. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. See ya.